What's up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the JuiceBox presented by LockCity. It's Claw here today, and I hope you guys are all having a great start to your week. Today we'll have episode number 184 of the JuiceBox with an outlook into the Tuesday MLB slate. But before we get into it, just a reminder that you can join our premium tier Discord at wap.com/LockCity. For only $5 per month, this gets you access to every cheat sheet every day across all active major sports, access to premium picks from all 9 of our pro cappers, and tons of sports-specific and stat-specific data points on a daily basis to help you become a better sports bettor. That's wap.com/LockCity. Get instant access for only 16 cents a day. All right, the first game that we'll look at is the Mariners at the Phillies. We've got Bryce Miller versus Christopher Sanchez. Bryce Miller comes into this one 2-5 with a 5.73 ERA. This is going to be Bryce Miller's first start off of the IL here. And before he went on the IL, he was really struggling. So he at the Angels, 5 earned runs, 3 earned versus the Twins, 7 earned versus Toronto, 4 earned versus the Athletics. So he hadn't really been pitching well at all. Leading up to the IL stint, he gets his first game back here versus the Phillies, which is definitely a tough matchup, as they've been playing pretty good lately and swinging hot bats. They scored 12 runs yesterday. They scored 11 before that. They didn't score any on Sunday, but on Saturday they put up 6. So they've scored 6+ in runs in 3 of their last 4 games. And on the other hand, we've got Christopher Sanchez. He comes into this one 11-4 with a 2.45 ERA. At home, he's been lights out, 2.33 ERA at home this year. His last few home starts, he went 8 innings, shut out the Tigers. Before that, 9 innings, 1 earned run versus the Red Sox. Before that, 7 innings, 1 run versus the Padres. Before that, 7 innings, 2 earned versus Toronto. So he's played some of the best teams in the league, and he's held them down with ease for the most part all season at home. And now he gets to face a Mariners team that is kind of been struggling versus lefties lately. Versus Rangers, Suarez, they got 2 in about 7 innings. They only got 1 off of Trevor Rogers. They only got 1 off of Jeffrey Springs. They only got 2 off of J.P. Sears and Tyler Anderson. Brandon Walter only got 1 off of Noah Cameron, shut them out through 5. They did get to Sean Manaea and Kikuchi, but other than that, they haven't hit a lefty for the most part in well over a month. So I think this is a good spot here for Christopher Sanchez to keep doing what he's been doing all year long, have a dominant performance at home. And on the other hand, I want to fade Bryce Miller, making his first start off the IL. I don't really know how long his leash is, and I think that the Phillies are going to be able to get a few runs off of him here early. So my best bet in this one is just going to be the Phillies' first 5 run line, Phillies' first 5 minus a half. You can get that at minus 150. So I really like that spot for the Phillies. The next game that we'll look at is the Yankees at the Rays. We've got Carlos Rodon versus Shane Baz. Rodon comes into this one 12-7 with a 3.25 ERA. On the road, his ERA is 3.67, but he's got some. He already faced this Rays lineup in Tampa earlier this year, and he went 6 innings, gave up 2 hits, no earned runs, and struck out 9. I think that Rodon is in for a great start here today, and the Rays lately have really been struggling, especially versus left-handed pitching. Jacob Lopez just went 7 shutout versus them. Kikuchi went 6 innings, 1 earned run. Kershaw was able to go 6 innings, shut them out. So they did get to Tyler Anderson and Jeffrey Springs, but outside of that, they didn't get to Max Fried. They didn't get to Andrew Abbott. They didn't get to Trevor Rogers or Garrett Crochet. So I really think this is a good spot here for Rodon to pitch a good game versus a team he's had success versus in the past. This Rays lineup versus Rodon in 48 career at-bats is only batting 167, and he's struck them out 17 times. So I really like this spot here for Rodon and the Yankees. On the other hand, we've got Shane Baz. He's 8-9 with a 4.93 ERA. At home this year, he's really struggled with a 6.54 ERA. His last few starts overall haven't gone well. He let up 4 runs versus the A's, 4 runs versus the Angels, 5 versus the Dodgers. He let up 8 versus the White Sox. So he's really not been pitching well lately. And he gets this Yankees lineup that he faced earlier this year, and he didn't get out of the 4th inning. He went 3 1/3. He let up 5 earned runs. The Yankees, lately they're 7-3 in their last 10, and their bats have been hitting really well. They scored 8, 12, 4, 1, and 9. So they've scored 8+ runs in 3 of their last 5 games. I really think that this is a good spot to back the Yankees here. My best bet in this game is going to be Yankees first 5 -0.5. You can get that at +102 on FanDuel. But moving on, the last game that we'll talk about is the Rangers at the Royals. We've got Merrill Kelly versus Seth Lugo. Lugo comes into this one 8-6 with a 3.77 ERA. He's really struggled lately. He hasn't even made it through 5 innings in 3 straight starts, including giving up 6 earned runs to the Nationals and 7 earned runs to the Twins. However, this could be a good bounce-back spot for him here versus the Rangers. He's kind of owned this lineup in his career. It's pretty limited sample size, but 39 career plate appearances. He's got 14 strikeouts. They're only batting 103 and slugging 128 off of him. And overall at home this year, Lugo has been much better than on the road with a 3.33 ERA at home. And if we take out that start versus the Nationals, his home starts have been really good lately. He pitched well versus the Pirates, 6 innings, 2 runs. He pitched well versus the Dodgers, 5 2/3, no earned runs. He pitched well versus the Yankees, 5 2/3, no earned runs. And he faced this Texas lineup earlier this year in Texas. He went 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, and 9 strikeouts. So I think that this is a good spot for Lugo to bounce back and pitch well. On the other hand, we've got Merrill Kelly's 9-7 with a 3.36 ERA. And he comes into this one with a 3.06 ERA on the road. And like Lugo, he's had a lot of success versus the Royals lineup in his career. 66 career plate appearances. They're only batting 182 and slugging 439. He's also got 12 strikeouts. So his last few road starts, 2 earned runs at Seattle, 1 earned at Pittsburgh, 1 earned at the Angels, 1 earned at San Diego. I think that this is a good spot for Merrill Kelly to pitch well as well. My favorite bet in this game is going to be the first 5 under 4.5. I think both pitchers, like I said, can pitch well. Kind of want to leave the bullpens out of it. Both teams used some high leverage arms, so I'm not sure about the availability. And I think that if the starters can pitch well, I think that the first 5 under 4.5 can cash. So I like the first 5 under 4.5 here at -114. But the JuiceBox lock of the day is going to be the Yankees, first 5 -0.5. You can get that at +102 on FanDuel right now. Yankees, like I said, coming into this one, playing pretty good ball, 7-3 in their last 10. We've got the starting pitching advantage with Rodon. I think we've got the lineup advantage as well. So I love this spot here for the Yankees. First 5 -0.5 at +102. Let's lock that in. Let's cash, and we'll see you all again here tomorrow. Peace.